Hey everybody, I'm Erik Voss, and there's a new trailer for Marvel's Black Panther, a shorter TV spot with a lot of footage we've seen in past trailers, which I've covered exhaustively in past breakdowns, but new interesting shots with new insights and a new song from Kendrick Lamar, who's arranging the soundtrack album for the film. Let's quickly break down these details, and of course on the off chance I end up revealing something accurate about this movie, possible spoilers ahead. Okay, let's start with this song. It's hard to tell under all the sound effects of these shots, and the exact song titles and lyrics haven't been released yet, besides the amazing All the Stars from Kendrick Lamar last week. But if you listen closely, you can hear the voices of Kendrick Lamar and Vince Staples rapping over an intense beat. With the possible chorus of Cops on the Radar.
Watch me do my I hope you're ready, bro.
So it sounds like this track will be embracing those racial themes of the music we've heard in past trailers, infusing the story of Black Panther with the energy and the attitude of current events, making this story super relevant and socially conscious. Advanced tickets for Black Panther just went on sale, with many theaters already sold out, so it sounds like those themes are already connecting with audiences. Okay, as for the interesting new shots in this trailer, there's this one showing Black Panther using his vibranium claws to tear the door off the truck and fling it at the soldier firing on him. Which honestly seems like a bit of a fuss, like he could have just turned around and punched the dude in the face. He's probably like, oh, severed car door, never used that before. We also get more of this greeting between T'Challa and his sister Shuri, with her jokingly bowing and saying, my king. Now if you look closely at the background, you can see her lab assistant. He's fiddling around with this device, kind of like a touch-sensitive surface, maybe operating a 3D printer to manufacture vibranium. That molecule model-looking device might be what shapes the vibranium into shapes that she needs for weapons and armor. There's another fun detail in this shot that I'll get back to later, but let's move on to this line from Okoye, the Dora Milaje guard, who proclaims, Black Panther lives! Now, from the look of the background here, this could be the same scene where T'Challa confronts Killmonger among his people. So it sounds like T'Challa was thought to be dead here, but returns Simba style. Nah, just kidding, not everything in Africa is Lion King dum-dums. There's also this interesting shot of Zuri, Forrest Whitaker's spiritual guide character, fastening on T'Challa this Panther warrior mask. It seems that the champions of the rival tribes wear these masks of their corresponding animals when sparring for control of the throne of Wakanda. I actually think this mask is part of the armor of the very first Black Panther, one of the past ancestors of T'Challa. Like this could be a Gen 1 Black Panther vibranium mask, worn now as a ceremonial token meant to imbue younger generations with strength. That may also be what Killmonger is looking at in this museum, the tribal mask we see him wearing later on, a connection to his ancestors that gives him strength. But actually in my last breakdown, I pointed out how that ring that we see Killmonger wearing around his neck, later on his finger, looks a lot like the ring worn by T'Challa's father, T'Chaka, in Civil War. In this trailer, Killmonger says, I want your weapons, your secrets, it's all mine now, along with the challenge, this is your king? So I'm wondering if part of this story involves Killmonger contesting T'Challa for his birthright. Like maybe he's some kind of bastard son with a kind of reasonable claim to the throne, and maybe there's a case for T'Chaka's ring, and maybe the royal titles belonging to him as well. Or maybe I just missed Game of Thrones. But if valid, this question could be what leads Black Panther into this spiritual journey that we keep seeing mysterious shots of. T'Challa can be seen communing with these panther spirits, ancestors who might shed light on this literal family tree. Some of you are saying this could be depicting Djalia from the comics, which is a realm where the living can commune with the dead. I've also suggested before we could be seeing the effect of the Soul Stone, the remaining missing Infinity Stone, which will probably appear at some point in Black Panther, and it might have the power similar to the Resurrection Stone that allows the souls of the living and deceased people to meet. Now, I didn't mention this before, but if you look closely at some of these characters' wrists, Shuri, Killmonger, T'Challa in previous trailers, you can see these Kimoyo beads. In the comics, this bracelet is constructed with a series of vibranium beads, a prime bead, and others with different purposes, like a communication bead, a bead for medical information, an AV bead with holographic display. Brian Steelfreeze, best name ever, an artist who worked on the Black Panther comics, has suggested the beads were developed as a way to show backstory without having to cut to a flashback. So maybe the Black Panther movie will similarly use these for exposition. We also get some new shots of Andy Serkis's villain character Ulysses Claw using his sonic arm cannon to blast through that Korean nightclub. Based on his dapper clothes here, which we also see in the shots of Claw in CIA captivity, I have a feeling this whole Busan section might be early in the movie, maybe the opening section or something in the first act, leading to Claw's arrest and escape via Killmonger. It could also explain why we've seen so much of the action in this scene, meaning there could be even more interesting parts of the overall story that these trailers haven't showed us, which is very exciting. I'm also just excited to see how colorful all this imagery is. Veteran costume designer Ruth E. Carter has described in interviews how she fused traditional African garments, patterns, and colors from tribes like the Maasai, Himba, Suri, Dogon, and Tuareg with newer African styles from designers like Erik Jones and Oswald Boateng. Forgive any mispronunciation of those, just trying to shout out some stuff that we should all learn a lot more about. And again, check out my breakdowns of the first 2 Black Panther trailers for obsessive explanations of all the footage we've seen for Black Panther so far. And as we wait for the movie to come out on February 16th, a question for you guys, since buzz around Black Panther seems to be growing more and more, what do you think will end up being the biggest superhero movie of this year? Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War, Deadpool 2, Ant-Man and the, or one of those first 3. Now I would say Avengers, but guys, I don't know. Black Panther could end up being the game-changing superhero movie we've been waiting for. Comment with your predictions down below. I'm curious to know how you think 2018 will end up going down. You can also tweet me directly at Erik Voss or follow New Rockstars on Twitter at New Rockstars for updates on our videos. Like this video and subscribe to New Rockstars for more deep dives into all the stuff you love, all the Marvel films and TV shows, Star Wars, explainers and analyses of the music and all this stuff. And if you really like us, you can contribute to us on Patreon. Big thanks to all of our donors, especially Kenny Smith. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been Voss After Dark. Bye.